Good afternoon. I'm Spot On Weather meteorologist Matthew Euler, and welcome to today's look at the week ahead forecast. And the next week, we'll cover the dates 21 to 27 June 2021. We are working our way now past the summer solstice. The official first day of summer is occurring on Sunday, the 20th of June at 11:31 p.m. Eastern Time. So now we're going to start working our way into the latter part of June, which is typically very warm for Southeast Virginia, as well as a good chunk of the United States. Some of the graphics tonight I'm sharing with you is a tornado. On the left-hand image there, showing some dust being kicked up as the actual tornado touches the ground, stirs things up there. And there's an image on the right shows what's known as the aurora borealis, or the northern lights. And check out those cool colors in the sky. The further north you go in latitude towards the poles, the greater the likelihood you see these northern lights or aurora borealis. All right, so we'll kick things off with a look for Monday, 21 June 2021. Noticed a lot of green coloring. That indicates where our showers are falling. So we have a lot of shower activity stretching from eastern Canada on down through the Ohio Valley, western New York State, western Pennsylvania and Ohio, all the way down through Kentucky, Arkansas, as well as Oklahoma and southern Missouri. Also, some more scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected along the Gulf Coast states from southeast Texas, the Houston area, on eastward along Interstate 10, all the way over towards Jacksonville, Florida. Expect those afternoon pop-up thunderstorms. Now, off the mid-Atlantic coast, we're looking at the remnant area of low pressure, the remnants of Claudette that are located just off of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. These are going to produce scattered showers and thunderstorms across southeast Virginia for Monday, the 21st of June. Not everybody will be wet, as the coverage will be scattered in nature. However, if you do get some of these showers, they could be a little bit heavy at times. Highs are going to climb to near 90 degrees with this tropical air mass in place associated with the remnants of Claudette. So it will be muggy. We can expect to have surface dew points in the lower 70s. Now, if you're traveling further west, let's say from the Rocky Mountains to the west coast of the United States, it is looking dry and it is looking hot. That's where the hottest air is going to be. Meanwhile, we have an upper level trough which starts digging in to the midwestern United States with that surface frontal boundary associated with the rain there in the Ohio River Valley. Looking on now to Tuesday, 22 June 2021, conditions remain dry if you have travel plans west of the Rocky Mountains, even west of the Mississippi River, the northern plains, Minnesota, Montana, Washington, Oregon, down to California. Looking dry. Desert Southwest will be very hot and dry. Meanwhile, we have a frontal boundary that's approaching the mid-Atlantic states, an area of rain showers extending from New Jersey down into the D.C. area, all through Virginia, right on down through Georgia, South Alabama, and Louisiana. So we are going to see some more widespread showers and thunderstorms across southeast Virginia, including the Hampton Road cities, on Tuesday as this cold front moves across the area. And we could see as much as 1 to 2 inches of rainfall as that warm, moist, tropical air mass is lifted along the frontal boundary. Highs are going to be in the upper 80s, with surface dew points falling into the middle to upper 60s on Tuesday evening as that drier air finally filters in from the northwest. So it's going to be a wet time on Tuesday. Now look at the GFS forecast sounding. I like to take a look at these every once in a while. Let me explain it a little bit to you. So the red line on this graphic indicates the temperature forecast, all the way from the surface up above 200 millibars. And let me just get you equated or familiar with these levels. 300 millibars is generally associated with 30,000 feet above the ground. 500 millibars is about 18,000 feet above the ground. 700 millibars is about 10,000 feet above the ground. 850 millibars, 5,000 feet above the ground. And as we get closer to the 1,000 millibar pressure surface, we're getting closer to the actual Earth's surface itself. And whenever the red temperature line and the green line represents the dew point. Whenever these red and green lines are close together, that indicates that we're close to saturation. We have high relative humidity, This is a very moist atmospheric sounding. And you see how the red and green lines, how they're pretty much on top of each other all the way up just above 10,000 feet. So from the surface to 10,000 feet, the red and green line are basically one, which indicates a lot of potential for moisture. Now, as you go further up in the atmosphere, that red and green line, they remain fairly close together, all the way up to 200 millibars, or about 40,000 feet above the ground. So we have a deeply saturated vertical sounding in the forecast from the GFS model. And this is for Tuesday. I wanted to show you, we have surface dew points, generally about 70, 71 degrees, with the surface air temperature at 72 degrees. And so we have a moist upper air sounding. And one other thing I want to point out about this sounding is there's a value that's known as PWAT, P-W-A-T, the precipitable water value. And it's over 2 inches on Tuesday, which precipitable water is the theoretical value at which moisture could fall out of the cloud. So if I have over 2 inches of a PWAT value, that indicates the potential for over 2 inches of rain, heavy rain potential to come from that cloud. So I just wanted to familiarize you with the sounding and the importance of looking in the vertical in the 3 dimensions. Now, the 3-day precipitation forecast. Now, this runs from Monday, 21 June to Wednesday, 23 June. This is the latest NOAA Weather Prediction Center guidance, with total precipitation expected to be between 1 and 3 inches for a large swath of the southeastern United States up into southeast Virginia. So we're expecting some heavier rain showers. Look at the Carolinas, the maroon colors, the purple colors. The legend is on the bottom left of this graphic showing you the actual values and how they correlate with those colors. But we can expect a good 1 to 3 inches of rainfall, possibly for a 3-day total between tomorrow, Monday 21 June, and Wednesday 23 June. Moving on to Wednesday the 23rd of June, we can expect morning clouds across southeast Virginia. It's going to be less humid. We have high pressure, a 1023 millibar high pressure system building in from the north, which is going to be great break and relief from the humidity. Very pleasant temperatures with highs in the upper 70s for southeast Virginia. It's going to feel really nice out there if you have the opportunity to get outside by Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening especially. There is a frontal boundary still extending from the western Atlantic on through the coastal areas of North Carolina down along the Gulf Coast states. But look how dry things are once again. This is bad news for the western United States. Hot and dry. Those are the 2 best ways to describe the weather in the foreseeable future for the western United States. And that is not good news, with this drought and the potential for a fire season in California later as we get towards September and October this year. So it's just something to keep a real close eye on. Moving ahead now to the forecast sounding from the GFS model now for Wednesday, 23 June. Now I wanted to show you the difference. Okay, we took a look at the forecast sounding in the vertical, going from the surface all the way up above 40,000 feet. We again emphasize the fact that this is a very moist atmospheric sounding with the red temperature line pretty much on top of the green dew point line indicating saturation. Now let's move ahead to the Wednesday forecast sounding. Notice how the red and green lines are much farther apart here. So we're looking at a surface temperature at 2 p.m. in the afternoon on Wednesday, 74 degrees with a surface dew point of 55 degree dew point. That's going to be very comfortable. And then you'll notice the green and red lines get even further apart above 700 millibars. That 700 value there on the vertical scale on the left. Just above 10,000 feet, things get really dry. So we are looking great. PWAT values also on the sounding by Wednesday the 23rd of June. Much less moisture in the atmospheric column. They dropped to less than 1 inch on this GFS forecast sounding. 30% relative humidity between 30,000 feet and 5,000 feet above the ground. So a completely different, more comfortable air mass by midweek. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure you are as well. So moving ahead to Thursday, the 24th of June, 2021, the frontal system is well offshore of the mid-Atlantic. Meanwhile, we have a 1029 high pressure system that has moved off the coast of Maine. And so we do have a little bit of return flow of southerly winds by this point, late in the day especially. Not expecting to be very strong, however. So we expect a very pleasant day overall on Thursday, the 24th of June, with highs near 80 degrees and partly sunny skies. Humidity, again, will remain comfortable for another day on Thursday with surface dew points near 60 degrees. So get out there and enjoy it. Meanwhile, in the upper Midwest, there's a frontal system that's going to extend actually from eastern Canada down into parts of northern Michigan, into parts of Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. And there's another thunderstorm cluster that is forecast to form in the vicinity of eastern Iowa there along the Mississippi River, the Iowa-Illinois border by Thursday, the 24th of June. Going west of the Mississippi River, again, not much in the way of relief from the heat and the dry conditions. Moving ahead to Friday, 25 June 2021, high pressure has moved offshore, well offshore by this point. We have a weak area of low pressure moving up the mid-Atlantic coast at this time. And we can expect some scattered PM thunderstorms with highs in the lower to middle 80s. And we do have a frontal system that will extend from eastern Canada. If you have travel plans back towards the Midwest or the Ohio River Valley, looking a little bit wetter by the end of the upcoming work week, with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some heavier rain located along the Ohio River, generally there on the Indiana and Kentucky border, as well as in southeastern Missouri. We do have some scattered showers and thunderstorms developing as well into parts of Wyoming, South Dakota, as well as Nebraska by Friday, the end of the week. West Coast remaining dry again and remaining very hot. Saturday, 26 June 2021, we have a lot of unsettled weather across the Ohio Valley, actually stretching from the Midwest onto the East Coast. So we now have a more warm, moist, maritime tropical air mass streaming in from the southwest along the eastern seaboard. And that's ahead of the next approaching surface front. Now, this surface front is going to be a little bit different than the previous one. It's going to roll through here on Tuesday. This one's going to move much more slowly. And so we can expect a couple days of unsettled weather with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Sunday, the 27th of June, here's the forecast. An area of low pressure situated over northern New York. And we have that slow-moving frontal boundary extending from that low-pressure system across New York into Pennsylvania, West Virginia, stretching southwestward into Kentucky and Arkansas. So again, we'll be in southeast Virginia, we'll be in the warm, moist air mass out ahead of that slow-moving frontal boundary. So we expect more PM showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, the 27th of June, with highs in the upper 80s. So, wrapping things up with the 7-day outlook, let's take a look at locally here for Hampton Road cities in Virginia. Monday, we're looking for mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms. As those remnants of Claudette again move out over the Outer Banks and then move out to sea, away from the mid-Atlantic coast. Very toasty, high of 89. Overnight low only dropping to 77 in that muggy air. And then Tuesday remaining still very warm, high of 88. But now we have a cold front. That stronger cold front again is going to approach from the northwest by Tuesday. And that's going to help to lift a lot of that warm, moist air and form those clouds and some heavier showers. That rain could be heavy at times on Tuesday. Again, we're expecting between 1 and 2 inches per the latest guidance. High of 88 Tuesday, dropping down to 68. Things start to get much more comfortable as far as humidity levels by Wednesday morning. And you notice we have some lingering morning clouds on Wednesday, but those give way to PM sun and a high of 78 on Wednesday. You cannot beat that for late June across southeast Virginia. Lows dropping into the mid to upper 60s by Thursday morning, and then recovering to 79 for a high on Thursday. Partly sunny and pleasant conditions. Notice those two beautiful words at the end of June across the mid-Atlantic. Less humid, both Wednesday and Thursday. By Friday, again, we're expecting that high pressure system to be offshore. The winds are going to shift back around to the south-southwest ahead of the next slow-moving front from the north that's approaching from the northwest. High of 83 with scattered afternoon thunderstorms on Friday, and then dropping to 73 overnight in the Saturday morning, and then back up to 86 and then 88 next weekend, Saturday and Sunday respectively, with remaining unsettled conditions both Saturday and Sunday ahead of that frontal boundary. So for today's video for the week ahead, I also want to include some of the interesting extended outlook graphics, just in case you're interested in learning about what lies ahead, even beyond the rest of June and the rest of the summer. Here is the GFS V2 forecast. Now, these are the 500 millibar geopotential height and anomalies, okay? Whenever you see the pinkish or salmon colors, that indicates above normal heights. So just keep that in mind. Above normal heights usually are associated with upper level ridges. We're looking at 18,000 feet in the atmosphere. So upper level ridges are associated with warmer than normal temperatures, whereas upper level troughs are associated with below normal heights and colder than normal temperatures. So looking in the graphic here, CFS V2 on the left, that shows you July's forecast for the 500 millibar height anomalies. And you'll notice there's this huge sprawling ridge over the Four Corners region. And we have much above normal temperatures and higher than normal heights across the Pacific Northwest into Washington, Oregon, parts of Montana, northwestern Wyoming, into California, Nevada, and Utah. And we have a trough downstream with the trough axis generally extending from eastern Canada, the Quebec area, down through the Ohio River Valley. So we would expect the hottest temperatures for the month of July to remain out over the western U.S. to the west, from the Intermountain West and the Rocky areas westward to the west coast. The graphic on the right shows August 2021, 500 millibar height anomalies. Again, the pattern really doesn't change a whole lot. We still have that downstream trough over the eastern seaboard. We still have that ridge over Wyoming with the axis extending up through Wyoming, Montana into western Canada, Alberta area. So again, above normal temperatures and above normal heights focused down the west coast. Looking at the European Ensemble prediction system, EPS extended outlook, these are for temperature anomalies at 2 meters. And the blue shading indicates below or cooler than normal. The orange shading indicates above normal. Okay, so the upper left graphic shows this is for the 4th of July. Never too early to look at Independence Day and the activities you may have planned. Right now, the forecast is calling for below normal temperatures from just north of the upper Midwest there, southern parts of central Canada, on down into even the south. You notice Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, into the Carolinas below normal for the 4th of July. Meanwhile, the orange shading indicates above normal temperatures continuing for the western U.S., from the Rockies to the west coast. The upper right-hand graphic shows the temperature anomaly forecast in degrees Celsius. This is for the 11th of July, 2021, a week later. Again, showing below normal temperatures, the blue shading across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and above normal temperatures stretching from Iowa into the Dakotas, Nebraska, Kansas, on westward towards Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado. Bottom left graphic shows the temperature departure forecast for 18 July 2021. Again, showing cooler than normal temperatures for the deep south, with above normal temperatures over the northern plain states. And then finally, the bottom right shows the temperature departure forecast for the 25th of July 2021. Again, below normal, blue shading there over Arkansas, Louisiana, western Tennessee, and Alabama, and above normal temperatures across the northern plains. That is the persistent theme of the forecast. By the way, the gray shading on here indicates near normal temperatures. So looking for slightly below to near normal temperatures for the mid-Atlantic for the month of July, and that's the latest European Ensemble prediction temperature departure forecast. And then just finally to wrap things up today, I wanted to again mention how wonderful the Spot On Weather website is. Check it out. This is the URL, the HTTPS : and then the 2 backslashes spot-on-weather.weebly.com. From the homepage, you'll see our general summary for the forecast for the next 5 days. And then we also have that new weather feature again called Weather Window. So we have a link set up there at the bottom of our main homepage. We also have I don't have it on here, I'm not showing it. Towards the bottom, you actually have the ability to subscribe to our weekly weather newsletters. And that's absolutely free. And then if we move over at the top of the website, again, you have About Us, which is general introduction about who we are. And then the current weather gives you the latest Virginia Beach weather observation. The blogs are our latest blogs. And then the 7-day weather forecast, the graphic, you're going to see this on our website under the 7-day weather forecast for your planning purposes. And then moving over to the More tab on the far right, if you hover over that, click on that with your mouse, you're going to have a lot of other links that are available, and it is awesome. You've got to check us out. We've got an amazing weather photo gallery. It's one of my favorites. And then you go right on down the line. There's the 2021 Hurricane Outlook from NOAA, the latest forecast. We archive daily weather maps, daily U.S. temps, daily U.S. precip, as well as I added the last week. I've added onto the website. I've actually added a daily satellite image as well. So you can take a look at what the weather satellite picture looked like on a particular day for the eastern United States, which is really cool. And see where the clouds were and so on. But there's tons of stuff. You have to take a look at it. It's awesome. That wraps things up today at Spot On Weather, the week ahead forecast. Happy Father's Day to those fathers out there, the dads. And thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We're Spot On Weather. If we're not spot on, we're not doing it right. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Enjoy.